I'd shine my star so bright above to tell the world of Jesus' love.
Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel JMC Creates. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is really much appreciated. My name is Jackie McKissick and this is the project we're making today. Now I'm not opening this one because we all know it's a bitch to tie a bow, especially on camera. So this one is for my daughter Sarah Jade. And what it is, I'm not going to show you the other side, but I bought some Avon cosmetic stuff as stocking fillers, okay? But like, who wants to wrap a brush and a plaque and a key ring and some powders, like, separately? So, I come up with my own box to fit them in. So I did, okay? Now, I needed 2 sheets of 12 by 12 and 2 sheets of A4 like for this project. Personally, I can live with that. I didn't buy card for it to sit there and look at it. I bought it for it to use it. And the more I use means more pretty stuff I can buy. Go me. So here's my instructions. Right. Now, because this box is 7.5 by 6 1/4, I couldn't do it all in one sheet, so I've had to do it in 4 pieces. So the bottom is 7.5 by 6 1/4. The box itself is going to be in white, and the inserts and the lid are going to be, I'm actually using a Stampin' Up paper called Be Merry. And I picked that because I bought this ribbon last year in the sale. And I really want to use it, so that's why I picked the red and white paper. So, anyway, right, where was I? Bottom was 6 1/4 by 7.5, which will be white. You need 2 sides that are 3.5 by 6 1/4, and 2 sides that are 3.5 by 7.5, and those will all be in white, okay? So then, to section it off inside, I used an insert which is 4 3/8 by 7.5, and another one that is 4 3/8 times 4. Now those will be in the patterned paper. This is a layer to cover the whole gubbins in the inside, which is patterned paper, and it is 6 1/8 by 7 3/4. Check this works. Check the size of your box first. Then I needed another insert that was 4 by 3 7/16, and the lid is 10 3/8 by 11 5/8. And I forgot I need another piece that is 4 3/4 times 2 7/8. And that little bit is just to fill in a little bit inside, which you'll see when we get there. So I'm sorry I can't show you it because I don't want to be annoyed tying the ribbon again, so we'll just get on with it. Okay, this is the bottom piece, you just leave that. These are the sides, and you want to score them. Score at 1/2 and 2. 1/2 on the short side, 1/2 and 2. Now, is it that side I've got the wedge on or this side? Let me see. Oh, long side on all, short side that should be. Right, so 7.5, 7.5, so it's not that one. 6 1/4, 6 1/4, that's not right either. Okay, I cut them wrong. Them 2 short sides, smaller sides, should be 7 1/4 times 3.5. So you should have two that are 7.5 times 3.5, and then two that are 7.25. That one's too long. Times 3.5. Yay! Slidey! So you should have that, should be 1/2 inch each side, which is going to be your flaps. Right, you want to score them all at 1/2 and 2. Your 4 sides that'll be scored at 1/2 and 2. This box is reinforced. 1/2 and 2. That one's done, and that one's done, right? And then on your 7.25 sides, you want to score. You score at 1/2 and 2 on the short sides, and on your 7.25 sides, you're going to score at 1/2 and 6 3/4 on the long sides. Only on your 7.25 sections do you score at 1/2 and 6 3/4. Okay, right, so we'll put that together first before we befuddle you with the rest of it. Right, put that bit out of the way for a minute and just burnish all your score lines. I like to burnish mine all before I cut them. I find it easier to see them then. And you should use a bone folder because that sharpens up your score line. Right, now you're going to do a little bit of cutting. Right, so that bit's going to come over there like that, and those are going to be the 2 long sides. Okay, then this bit's going to come over like that. So you need to remove this long rectangle and this long rectangle. Okay, with the narrow bit at the top, then remove these 2 narrow rectangles. And just miter that slightly when you're cutting it off. Okay, do the same on the other side. And just miter it slightly when you're cutting it off, right? Then you're going to turn it with the narrow section at the bottom and cut away the 2 small squares and miter both sides slightly, just so that they fit in better. They're not too tight. So 2 narrow long rectangles, 2 short squares. So we're getting their kit off. Okay. Okay. So I was lying in bed, not sleeping as usual. I think that's what I do in bed most. I spend most of my time in bed not sleeping. So you're going to put on the 2 long sides first. Okay, now it would probably be easier with double-sided tape, but I'm sorry, I prefer the wiggle room that I get with glue. So you just put it on flush with that long side. You should measure exactly the same. Okay. And then do the same on the other one. So yes, when I was lying in bed, I thought, this is where I dreamed up the idea. The way I looked at it was a grown-up selection box. That's not the right one, because that's not as long. Okay, I've got the right one now. So yes, this was my idea for a grown-up selection box for my girls. Because I have a tendency to buy my gifts throughout the year. When I see something, I have a lovely Avon lady. She comes, picks up my book, drops back my stuff. No mess, no fuss. No mess, no fuss. So, I've actually got a new one, but I've never met her because she just opens the door, drops in the stuff. My craft room's upstairs, and she opens the door, drops in the stuff. Right, you're going to stick these, and it has to go from that emboss line to that emboss line. Okay, so you can't stick these other bits, the reinforced bits, down until you've done this. So don't do that, otherwise it's going to look like a hot mess. Yes, she opens the door, drops my stuff in, opens the door, picks up the book with the money in it, and goes again. Because my craft room's upstairs, and she knows that getting up and down the stairs is like a day's work. So yes, it's nice to have people who are considerate in your life. And in this day and age of so much crime, it's nice to be able to trust people. Right, so you're just making that flush to the edge. Okay, and then these sides will go in and those bits will go over to tidy up the tabs. Okay, so we're going to do these sides first because this should be dry by now. Okay, and just bring it up the way I always teach you. Bring it up and make sure it's flush. Okay, like that. And then do the same to the other side. Okay, just give yourself a couple of minutes to let the glue go off, as they say. Okay, right. Oh look, that one came off again. You see, this is the thing about wet glue. You do have to take your time and hold it. Jackie McKissick, take your time, have a little bit of patience. Jackie McKissick doesn't have a lot of patience. Right, I think that's them stuck down now. So we'll go ahead and we'll do our other sides. Right. Just make sure it's flush and then hold. Rub gently. So today it is what date? 6th of November. So it is. And I'm under pressure. I have 16 teachers' gift bags to make, plus all the items to go in them, because apparently now they don't have one teacher, they have two. You have to give the classroom assistant a present as well. So grandchildren are so demanding. Hee hee. It gives me a good reason to make projects and pretty stuff, and that's what I enjoy. And I know the rest of you are the same. Right, so these two long sides are going over first to hide those tabs. So, some glue. Okay. And fold it over. Right. I'm trying not to get glue on my fingers because it marks the right card. And then it's just a case of folding over your sides. Like that. And gluing them. Okay. And then the other two. There we go. So, it's a lovely wet day in Northern Ireland. It looks like. Okay. Okay, and that is your base. Then you want to take, this is going to be your insert. Now I cut mine slightly bigger because you never know what side your box is going to actually be once you get the sides in. So I'm going to trim 1/8 off that side and about that much of that side. And there you go, a perfect fit. Right, that's our base. Now, these are our inserts because I want the whole inside of the box to blend. And I want to score my inserts at, I have no idea, a half, and you're scoring the short side a half to, that's not right. Okay, I think what I've done wrong is I've cut that one wrong. You should have a piece that's 4 times 7.5, a piece that's 4 times 4 and 3/8, and a piece that's 4 times 3 and 7/6. I've just cut this one wrong. So what you do is you score it at a half and at 2 and 3.5. And you do that on all of them. Okay? So that's 1. Where did I put the other 2? So the 4-inch side is the side that's scored on all of them. And you're going to do a half, 2 and 3.5. A half, 2 and 3.5. Okay? Now, I didn't have another bit of patterned paper for this. This is going to be a little fill-in section, and it needs to go 5/8 plus 5/8, 1 and 5/8. 5/8, 2 and 1/8, 2 and 3/4, and 4 and 1/4. Okay, I think that's right. One can but try. So, where's my bone folder? Right, there. Fold. And all you're going to do is glue that like that, and that is going to sit in and fill a little gap that I had and didn't like. And I found this the easiest way to fix it. So let's hope it fits. It might not, because, as I say, depending on what card you use. My card for my base was 210, I think it is. It's from the range. So you fold in half, and then them two's going like that. Should have told you that. So you're going to go mountain, valley, mountain on all 3 pieces, and then you're going to glue them together. So you are, and cross your fingers that it works, because for my prototype the card I used was really thick, and then when I made jades I had to readjust the measurements slightly because the card wasn't just as thick. So, right, now that goes that way like that, and it goes at 2 inches. 1, there should be another brush somewhere but I have searched and cannot find it. So 2 inches at each end. is roughly there. Okay, and then you would glue that down. You glue those two bits there. Okay. Right. Like that. I'm just checking that it's not okay. Right, so then that one will go in like that, and as you can see, that's too big. Yes, because that has to go like that over it. So you're just going to trim it down a bit. It's about 4 1/4, and that one's about 4 3/8. Can you tell I like wheeling across my floor? My husband sits down beneath me and thinks I've lost my marbles half the time. Right, so I want that to sit like that, and then that fits in there like that. Okay. So that's a bit big. You must have to like that. Yes, that's right. And then I put the extra bit in there. So we want it to go at 4, roughly 4 inches. I just realised I forgot to turn that damn radio off. So if you can hear the radio in the background, apologies. Like that. Okay. Then that one's going in there like that. And your key charm is going in there like that. Right. And slowly but surely we're getting there. It actually doesn't take that long once you get going. Okay. And that bit went in there, and it's a bit too long. that. So I could stick a bit of the red paper on top of that and cover that. I just didn't want to, use another bit of paper just for this bit. So we're doing a hatchet job with a scrap. Okay. Like that. And then we need a wee bit for the top. Don't let me go. Okay. What is that? That is like 5/8, isn't it? It's going to go on there like that. And then we'll cut the excess off in a wee tiddly minute or two. Did I glue that other one down yet? Yeah, I did. Wasn't sure I'd glued that one down. Okay, so that's just going to sit like that, and then we're going to cut this off like that. And there you see, you have it. Now what I did then was I took these mini glue dots, because I didn't like the way they wiggle wobbled. The inserts wibble wobbled. So what I did was I put a mini glue dot on the end of that bit. And pushed it together. Okay, and then that held that steady. And do the same with this one. Oops. Like that. Okay. And then you put your wee glue bit in there. Like that. And that is your selection box for an adult. Where's the brush? I wish I knew what I'd done with that other brush. But I shall recover it eventually. So, will I glue this down, will I? See how we go. Like that. Just holding that a bit, trying not to dislodge. Look, I moved that one. All I need for it to do is to hold until... Okay folks, we had a camera malfunction. It stopped recording and I didn't notice. And I went ahead and made the lid. So that's the inside of our box, and this is our lid. Which is, our lid is 10 3/8 by 11 5/8, and you're going to score all sides at 1 and 2 inches. okay? And then you're going to remove the 3 outside squares on all 4 sides, okay? And slightly miter the one that's left, okay? And that's all you do. And then you fold it in, you fold them all in, and then you tuck them over. So that's how we do our lid, and it's reinforced. Oops. I find the enemy glue dots. There we go. Right, so that's our lid. So this is our inside, all pretty, with our cosmetic selection box. I think that's an awesome name, a cosmetic selection box for an adult. Hey, go me. Right, so now is the tricky bit. Now I have to hope that I can get this tied round it. Okay, so over the top, round the back, across the sides, and back round the front. Okay, right, that's that bit. Now, it's a bit long there. Oh my word, I'm babysitting Pumpkin again, and will she shut up? Not for love nor money. I have to keep stopping what I'm doing and playing with her. Her mummy's gone to Belfast to visit friends and do some shopping, and I'm stuck with a baby who won't greet up. Okay, so now is the furnickety bit. Tying a bow with stars on it. Ah, we can do it if we be and cute. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that like that. And cut a bit off there. And that's loose. Pull that tighter. Okay, so will we leave that loose, or will we tie a knot in the end of it like the other one? No, yes, maybe. Okay. Can't get that to stay tight. No, I'll just leave it. Right, now what we need then is our decoration. This is, I have no idea what, but because I made these last Christmas, and I made a whole lot, and they were all sitting there extra, so I kept them for this year. So it's just a little decoration that I'm just going to tie on, if I can, like that. Like that. It's a bit far down. I'd like that knot a bit further up, if you please. I know, pernickety or what? Can we get it a bit further up? But is the question. Oh yes, we can. Right. Okay. Okay, and then our little gift tag. Now this one is for Leanne. Because those key charms have their star sign on them. So I have to make sure I get the right ones to the right person. As you do, you know, you wouldn't like to give the wrong gift to the wrong person. So I'm just going to tie it on. It means they're going to have to take a pair of scissors to it maybe to get it off open. But maybe not. I don't care. I had fun. I'm making it, and I'll make some more next year. So that's our 2 selection boxes for. Now, by the way, the tutorial for this is online. It was Gaynor from Stamp with Joy that I saw doing it last Christmas, and that's where I got it from. So if you want to go search for that, feel free. So those are my selection boxes for my daughters for Christmas. 2 more presents wrapped. So thank you all for stopping by. Really is appreciated. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Much appreciated. If you would subscribe, that would be awesome. Till next time, Jackie out.